Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We are talking about the Sorare in-season tournament. If you guys are here just to figure out what the NBA in-season tournament is, not so rare, you're in luck because I'm going to get to that in the first minute of the video. If you're a Top Shot user, you're also in luck because I have a new video coming out on Top Shot pretty soon, so stay tuned for that one. So let's get into everything. We have to get into this one because I'm going to do a lot. I'm kind of going to be all over the place, but let's start with how the NBA in-season tournament works. So I've heard so many confusing explanations, like on TV, they have that whole Richard Jefferson thing that it just makes it more confusing than it has to be. But if you haven't signed up for So Rare yet, definitely check the link. Click the link down below. You're going to get 20 free cards and check out the rest of the video to kind of see how it works. I'll explain it here in 30 seconds. It begins November 3rd with group play, November 3rd until November 28th, each team's going to play 4 group play games. There are 6 groups here, and whatever team has the best record will advance to a single elimination tournament, which is basically just like the Elite 8 in college basketball. And then there's also going to be 2 wildcard teams that don't have the best record in the conference, but are also going to advance based on their record and probably some tiebreaker. So that's it. That was probably less than 30 seconds. Let's do quick predictions here. So from the first group, you got to think the Lakers right now are going to advance unless the Suns get Booker back for these games. That might be why Booker is actually rumored to play tonight, because I think that is a tournament game tonight. For Group B, you got to think the Nuggets, maybe the Clippers, and then a good chance that one of these teams, will make the wild card. Group C, you got to think the Warriors, especially with De'Aaron Fox out. Group A, you got to think it's going to be the Sixers, pretty weak one over here. The Bucks, if they can figure it out, but every team over here is pretty bad right now. And then Group C, it's got to be the Celtics that I think would advance. So now getting into the So Rare in-season NBA tournament. Again, this seems confusing. I'm going to try to explain it very simply. So there are 3 different tiers and 7 different game weeks, which actually aren't full game weeks. Basically just 7 contests that count toward this, and your top 5 scores in each of those 7 game weeks is going to count towards your score. So if you're going to play this, I would highly recommend playing all 7 weeks just to give yourself the best chance. The 3 levels here are common, advanced, which is limited and rare cards, and then expert, which is super rare and unique. So the majority of people watching this are going to be playing common and maybe some limited and rare. If you don't have any rare cards, I would not consider going all in on this, because the people at the top are probably going to be playing all rares for all 5 of their cards. And say, just to make it easy math, you play the same limited players that someone else is playing all those same players but rare cards, and say every player gets 50 points, but your limited cards have a 0% boost and their rare cards have a 15% boost. They're all going to score 57.5, and your guys are going to be at 50.5, so they're going to be up on you by almost 40 points, which is a massive advantage. So if you don't have at least 3 rares that you're going to play every week, I would not be going for this one. I'm personally not. And the other thing is there's 663 people entered in this, so it makes these limited contests and these rare contests a little easier to win in these weeks when there is the in-season tournament going on. So you get a little advantage, a little boost of how you should be finishing in these other contests, which is pretty nice. And then for me, for the common contest, I don't think it's worth it either. So again, there's 18,000 people entering this in-season tournament, 23,000 people entering the regular pickup. You're going to get a massive advantage playing in the pickup, but the rewards for this in-season tournament are so bad. These are the rewards. You can't even win a limited card, and this is based on all 7 weeks. So if you're playing all 7 weeks and you don't come in the top 5%, all you're winning is another common card for 7 game weeks of play, and it's going to be a tier 2. But if you come in the top 5%, which is going to be insanely hard, you only win a tier 1 common card. So pretty ridiculous reward structure for playing 7 game weeks. So definitely for the common, I'm not playing it, and I don't have any rare cards, so I'm not playing the other one as well. I'm going to be going with the pickup. And the limited contender, limited underdog, underdog, and limited champion. So say you do have the rare cards for the advanced. There are $60,000 of cash rewards, which is a ton. $100,000 of cash rewards for playing over these next 7 weeks, which is also massive. Just this week, for example, we have 700 plus 2,000 plus another 2,000, another 2,000, another 2,400. So it's less than 10,000. You know, it's going to be around 20,000, I think, per week in prizes. So over double the amount of cash prizes for the in-season tournament. So definitely pretty cool. If you do have the rare cards, I would be going after it, but I just personally don't. You know, that's basically it. This is how it breaks down. There are some really good prizes. First 6,000, and you get a signed merch pack. I mean, the top 3 prizes are insane, but even if you come in top 150, you get $50, which is not bad. But then if you even come in, you know, top 40, $400, pretty nice prize there if you can get to that level. And then obviously not as many participants, so only the top 15 will get in over here, but massive payouts in the expert competition. All right, I think that's all I really needed to break down. So the next thing for this week is I go the hardest on the limited contender because there is such a small chance at a rare in the limited champion that I just don't even bother to go for it. And there's more overall prizes. You know, 730 of the top winners will win here. 1,000 limited contenders will win here. It is interesting that I think last week these were closer in numbers here as far as entries. So now I'm not sure if the percentages actually match up. It could be the same amount of chance actually, so I might want to switch it up. And then secondarily, I go in the limited underdog because I feel like people just kind of throw in their extras here. And it might be kind of a good strategy to go a little harder on this one and try to win it with some good value cards. But I do want to play a limited champion with my leftover cards. So looking at my leftovers, it's not going to be great. I got Brunson, who's been off to a bad start. Van Vliet, not a good start either. Could go Christian Wood, who's been pretty good. Dylan Brooks, and then I'm left with 42. So if I just put in Duarte or one of these guys, you know, I'm not going to win anything. But I did sell a Russell Westbrook, so I do have like $25 left. So I'm going to see what I can get on the market here. I'm going to set my price to the max of 24 and look at the highest average score and see and look if there's anything 42 and under that I could buy here. So I could go a Kyrie for 18. That looks pretty good. Jimmy Butler for 17 looks not bad either. Siakam 16. I could even get a new season card of Bradley Beal, but he's been out for a long time. I could get a Cat, which is pretty enticing, but he is probably, I think, the most expensive we looked at so far at $21.66. Could go DeJounte Murray, DeMar DeRozan, Van Vliet. So there's a ton of options out there. Rozier with a new season card for 13. It's pretty nice. Bam at 18. Shaden Sharp, CJ McCollum. There's a ton of options out here. Kyle Kuzma, Zach LaVine. So let me know what you guys would buy out of all these cards that we just looked at to add to that lineup. I'm not sure yet which one I'm going to buy. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you're not on Sorare yet, click the link down below to sign up. You're going to get 20 free cards to play with. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of like DraftKings Rainmakers. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.